Facebook ads are by far one of the best ways to help grow your music on Spotify, but there are a ton of different types of campaigns you can run, and so today I wanted to break down the difference between traffic campaigns and conversion campaigns, which ones I use and which ones you should be using for your music. What's up? My name is Cody and welcome back to the channel. Now, there's two main types of Facebook ad campaigns that you typically want to run for music, and that would either be a traffic campaign or a conversion campaign. For my own music, I've been using pretty much only conversion campaigns, but about a month ago, I spoke with a Facebook marketing expert who suggested that I try out a traffic campaign before running my conversion campaign. So if you actually want to listen to that call, I'll link it right up here. You can go give it a listen and hear exactly what she had to say. But I wanted to jump into my results of this most recent Spotify single release campaign that I ran using Facebook ads. So the first thing that I want to cover is what the difference between a traffic campaign and a conversion campaign is. When you're using a traffic campaign, Facebook ads is going to try to get as many people as possible to your landing page or to whatever link you put in with your ad. So looking at the computer right here, this is the link that I was using on my traffic campaign. This big Spotify link, but when you click on it, it took the listener directly to Spotify and started playing the song. So this way, I was getting as many people as possible to my Spotify page, to this song, in order to try to get listens and get some streams behind the song. Now, while this may seem like the best way to get streams and get some listeners of your song, it does have a few flaws, and that is that people don't actually have to continue listening to the song or to like it or to follow you on Spotify. All that Facebook is optimizing for with a traffic campaign is getting people to click on this link. So you could get people that don't even have Spotify to click on this link. So as soon as somebody clicks on that link, Facebook's gonna think that they did a great job, give it a big check mark, and put that into your results category, regardless of whether they listen to the song or not. Now with a conversions campaign, Facebook is gonna optimize for whatever action you tell it to do on your landing page or on your store. So looking at my example here, I use this custom link to a Tone Den landing page, and the conversion that's taking place here is when somebody clicks on this Spotify link. So every time somebody clicks on this link right here, this will count as a conversion, and it takes them to the exact same place that I have my traffic campaign going to. Now, the difference here is that it's a 2-click process. I need somebody to first click on the initial link, just like the traffic campaign, but then once they reach my landing page, they also need to click on the Spotify link. Now, while you may think this is redundant, making somebody click twice to go to the exact same website, it's actually gonna weed out a lot of people along the way. So this might get rid of people who don't have Spotify or aren't gonna listen to your song on Spotify, or somebody who may have accidentally clicked on the link but doesn't actually wanna listen to your song. Since this is a 2-step process and somebody's gonna need to click on 2 different links to get to your Spotify page, the chance of them actually wanting to listen to your song on Spotify is going to be so much greater than with our traffic campaign. Now that we understand the difference between a conversion campaign and a traffic campaign, let me jump into my results from my most recent single release. So this is my ads manager from Facebook right here, and you'll see right here, I just have March 26th pulled up. This is the day the song came out, and this is where I gave the most budget and the biggest push, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to look at how these two compared, because I didn't end up running my traffic campaign very long at all. So as you'll see here, I spent $20 on my traffic campaign in this day. I was also running my conversions campaign at the same time, which if you're trying to A/B results and compare 2 different campaigns, typically you only want to run one at a time, but I had a feeling I knew what the results were going to be, so I decided to run both at the same time. So as you can see here, I spent $20 on my traffic campaign, which is this top one, and it only cost me 2 cents per click. So to get somebody to click on my link, which took them directly to Spotify, it only cost 2 cents per person. And I got 1,148 link clicks in this first day. So this was really, really good. These results seemed great. It was really inexpensive. And so you would expect that on Spotify, we had a ton of listens in that first day. If over 1,000 people clicked on that link, even if only half of them actually ended up listening to the song, that's still over 500 people. But if I show you the results of how many listeners we got on this song in the first day, it was only 128. Plus, on top of that, I also had my conversion campaign going, which got 53 conversions or view content. So this means 53 people clicked onto this link. Again, this is the conversion campaign. So 53 people clicked onto the initial link, which took them to my Tone Den landing page. And then they clicked on the Spotify link from there, which took them to the page. So 53 people did that, and I'm sure a handful of them actually listened to the song. So only 128 listeners in that first day from this traffic campaign. which is not very good. I mean, $20 spent for 128 listeners, sure, but this was also our release day. We were hyping it up on Instagram, and we got a bit of a release radar push initially from our first day. So these results are not very good for my traffic campaign. Actually, these results are very, very poor. If 1,100 people clicked on this link, hardly any of them actually listened to this song. Now, let's compare this to my conversion campaign. So obviously we don't want to use this day as an example, but let's go ahead and use this Tuesday right here on the 30th. So let me pull that up. So this is the Tuesday of the 30th, and you'll see here my cost per view content. Now this is the conversion campaign, not the traffic campaign. The cost for me to get somebody to click on my first page, which goes to the landing page, and then click on Spotify from there was about 12 cents. So I spent $11.50 and I got 97 people to click over, which isn't too bad. That's actually a pretty good result. 12 cents for a conversion campaign is really, really good in my experience. Now, if we look at this, we got about 40 new listeners that day. So the conversion wasn't perfect here either. If we go back, you'll see that 97 people clicked through to both of my links, but only 40 of them actually converted into listeners. And I'm sure there were others along the way from some Spotify release radar and just from some of our own traffic coming through social media. But nonetheless, this is a much, much better result in my opinion for the $11.50 that I spent than I got from the traffic campaign. Now, some other things going on here. I track a lot more data than this, but just so you can see, these are my listeners and how many people have listened to that song in total. This is how many total saves it has. This is the save rate, which is really, really high, 40 to 50%. So this is the amount of listeners that have saved it. And this is really, really good. Normally, if you're anywhere between 10 and 30%, that's a really good save rate. So what I've noticed with running conversion campaigns is I get a really, really high save rate. Anybody who clicks over and listens to that song, there's a very high probability they're going to save it. And Spotify likes this for their release radar algorithm. As you can see here, the popularity score started at 24, got up to 27. It's now up at 30. And popularity score is a big Spotify algorithmic number, which takes into account a ton of different things. But ultimately, this is how they decide if you're going to get a release radar push or get onto Discover Weekly and other playlists like that. So the results were actually pretty decent for this. I had a pretty small budget. And then just continuing on, these are my Spotify followers. I like to track how many people are following us on Spotify. As you can see here, the numbers actually grew quite a bit in just these first 5 days. And then my Instagram followers. I run most of my ads on Instagram, a bit on Facebook as well, but I noticed with running my ads on Instagram is we get a lot of Instagram followers and engagement that way. So it does have multiple benefits. I get the Spotify listens, followers, but then I also get the Instagram engagement and followers with this campaign. So as you can see here, the traffic campaign did not work very well for me at all. And if you're planning on running any type of Spotify campaign and trying to get a lot of listeners on Spotify, I would highly recommend sticking with a conversion campaign. Now, there are some times where a traffic campaign is best and will work well. So the reason that I chose to run a traffic campaign for this one is to get a ton of link clicks. And what this does is I can go ahead and create a lookalike audience of these people who have clicked on these links. Now, this is going to help bring down my overall cost of my conversion campaign in the future because I'm going to be able to retarget the people who already clicked on it and then also target people of the lookalike audience that I create. Now, if Facebook audiences and lookalike audiences are a little foreign to you, don't worry. I'll link a video right up top here that you can go check out. This is my favorite target audience to use with Facebook ads, trying to get people to listen on Spotify. So go ahead and check that out if you're not too sure exactly what I mean by all of this. But I think sticking with a conversions campaign is the way to go if you want to get more listeners on Spotify and get the best bang for your buck. Now, I want to know from you, have you tried out different campaigns for yourself? Have you tried out traffic campaigns? Have you tried out conversion campaigns? Drop me a comment down below and let me know. I'd love to hear your results and how they worked out for you, and if you prefer traffic campaigns or conversion campaigns. And as always, if you did find this video helpful, be sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. It really, really does help out me and my channel so much with the YouTube algorithm and the way they push out videos. So if you could just take 1 second to do that, I would really appreciate it. And if you want to stay up to date with more music related content just like this, feel free to subscribe so that you don't miss out. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one.